speaking with Mike and the media.
Melo, what did you see as the difference in the game once the overtime started?
They made it. I mean, they caught fire in that overtime. Everybody. You know, they made shots. They knocked down their threes when they was open. And you know, once they kind of hit some of those threes in overtime, we was playing uphill. We couldn't make a shot. We missed some open threes, some chippers at the basket, some layups, and the whole overtime they had the momentum, and that's what happened.
I know you're one day at a time person, so I'm not going to ask you about the whole rest of the season. But next game's against Washington. They're a pretty big team. What has it been like for you guys in the games where most games are going to be small, right? Tonight, Houston a little small as well. How does that impact things for you guys, and how do you see that playing out?
Well, we don't know. I haven't seen, personally, I haven't seen Wizards play too much this season thus far. So I'm sure I'll get on their scouting report tomorrow and watch some film and watch some games and see what's going on, and you know, see what we can do to win that game from my perspective and standpoint. But if you're saying that they're a big team, then you know I don't think we could go small against a big team. But again, we don't know how they're gonna match up, how they're gonna line up. So we got a couple days to figure that out.
Melo, you walked me through the final look you had at the end of the fourth quarter, how you saw the play develop and what you thought of the shot you got off. I saw Brian going to the basket. I just wanted to try to get in his eyesight. I thought he had a layup, but after watching the replay on the bench, you know, he was off balance. He was off balance a little bit. I thought Kenyon Martin Jr. did a great job of, you know, staying down on the closeout, you know, making me, you know, get to the one dribble off of that pass, just kind of taking me out of rhythm on that shot.
Melo, if before the game I told you that you guys had, you know, I think how many different guys in double figures, you shoot it, you know, pretty well tonight offensively. You know, LeBron has a triple-double, Russ plays like that. I mean, it would feel like that's like you'd think you guys would win and be in a position like that. But is this group surprised, or are you surprised that of like how small the margins are for you guys to get a win?
It's right there, man. It's a play here, a play there. It's right there for us to kind of get over this hump. And in a game like tonight, playing against a team like the Rockets, you got to execute. You got to make plays down the stretch, because they're gonna play the same way. They're gonna play fast. They're gonna shoot the ball quick. They're gonna get up and down the court. So you got to execute against those guys, you know, especially down the stretch. And they young. They were just out there playing, and you know, their confidence was sky high in that overtime. And as you can see, the momentum made them make shots.
I'm sorry to talk about it. I don't mean this disrespectfully, but you know, that's a team that's 30+ games.
Yeah, for sure. I don't take it as no disrespect.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, are you surprised that you guys are in that tight of a game on a night where you guys seemingly play as well as you do?
Yeah, I mean, when we shot 46 from 2, 38, almost 40% from 3. It is surprising, you know, that we was in the game that close and that tight. But again, that says a lot about the Rockets. They don't stop. They don't quit. They keep playing. They keep coming at you. They play fast. They play quick. They shoot quick. And that's what they did, and especially in that overtime.
Melo, how do you think a game like this, especially how the difference between the energy and confidence in overtime, and then you look back at this last stretch, the close games you guys have lost, what does that say about this team's resilience or lack thereof?
Well, I don't think there's a lack of resilience. I think it's just we got to find ways to just win the games. I mean, it's that simple. I don't think it's anything else. We got to figure out how to win down the stretch, how to win these close games, and not worrying about, you know, how we not going to lose as opposed to we're going to win the game. In some games, and sometimes you see that in us, and you know, we come through and we win the game, but you know, we've been losing close games, and it's just a matter of one play here, one rebound there, one pass here, one loose ball there. So we figured out.
Sort of to follow up on what you just said, when your shot doesn't go in, I mean, do you think the team was sort of consumed at that point about how you guys might lose that game after?
No. We wasn't thinking about losing at that point. I mean, we wasn't thinking about losing at that point. We go to overtime. The game is tied up 0-0 at this point. Now we got 5 minutes to win the basketball game, and everything becomes more compact. Everything's become more tighter. Each play counts more and more, especially in that overtime. In overtime in general. So they were the better team in overtime tonight. So you take your hat off to those guys.
Last question.
Melo, on the post-game television show, James Worthy, obviously a legend and Hall of Famer, said something to the effect of he feels like this is a team that doesn't believe it can win this year, and he's seeing kind of that trickle down to these performances on a nightly basis. I'm curious, like when you hear commentary like that about this team, what is your response to that?
Hey man, I respect James to the utmost, and that's his opinion, man. And he's been around this game for a long time, and he's earned the right to have an opinion. I don't say I totally disagree with him, but I don't think we come in saying we're losing or we trying to figure out how not to lose and things like that. I just think when you losing games, close games, the way that we are, the way that we do sometimes, it affects you. You think about it. Sometimes it carries over, and sometimes it don't. So the best thing to do is not let it carry over to the next game and figure out a way to win close games and will ourselves a way to win a close game. Thank you.